What's going on, you guys? It's KP here, bringing you another boxing prediction. And since it's already Thursday and the Timothy Bradley and Juan Manuel Marquez fights on Saturday, I guess I better go ahead and get my prediction up. Where do I want to begin with this? Let's start with Tim Bradley. You've got a guy that can fight multiple different styles. He's very aggressive, but he can also box, stay away, and counterpunch as well. But for the most part, Tim Bradley's a volume puncher. He looks to come in and bring the business. And the one knock on him, he has a great chin, great speed, good technique. But the one knock on Tim Bradley is that he doesn't have much of a punch. Will that factor into this fight? No, I don't think so. People with big punches really don't knock Marquez out anyway. The guy just doesn't get knocked out. He's got a good chin and he's got a great defense. Marquez, he's going to be the older fighter in this fight by I think about 10 years. Do I think age will come into play? Maybe, maybe not. I really don't know. It depends on the kind of pace that Bradley sets, and that will be a key in this fight. Does he come to be aggressive, or does he come to box? It sounds like he's going to be coming to box and counterpunch, which I don't think is a good idea for him. I think if he tries to play a chess match with Juan Manuel Marquez, a slow pace, 30, 40 punches a round type of fight, I think he's in for a very long night. Marquez is very technically sound, and he's one of the best counterpunchers of the last 20 years. So picking a counterpunching match with him is not really your best bet, unless you're someone like Floyd Mayweather, who did that and won very easy, but he's a lot taller and longer and faster than Bradley and better than Bradley. There are some politics in this fight that I'm kind of worried about, namely being Bob Arum and his interest in Marquez winning this fight. If Bradley wins this fight, I don't think it does anything good for Arum. He'll have to put Bradley back in with Pacquiao, and he sure as hell don't want to do that, because Bradley gave Pacquiao the business last time. And I know I'm in the minority. I have to bring this up. I know I'm in the minority, but I do feel that Bradley won the Pacquiao fight. I've watched it several times. It was a close fight. I feel Bradley won. That's all I'm going to say about it. Arum does not want to put Pacquiao back in the ring with Bradley, especially right now. Bradley is a horrible style matchup for Pacquiao, and I guarantee you, if Marquez wins this fight and Pacquiao wins against Brandon Rios, which he should, they will have a fifth fight. There's too much money on the table. Although I don't want to see a fifth fight. I didn't want to see the fourth fight, but I'm kind of glad it happened now, because Pacquiao got, he did the planky out and got knocked the fuck out, which was the only decisive victory besides the third fight of their trilogy. I thought the third fight, Marquez won by a very wide margin against Pacquiao, and he got jobbed in that. So, karma's a bitch. Pacquiao got knocked the fuck out. So I think they need to just close that chapter up. Okay, I'm going to tell you who I think is going to win. I'm going with the underdog here. I'm going with Bradley. And to be honest, I don't know why he is the underdog in this fight. He's younger. He's fresher. He's quicker. And he's not a bad fighter. Jesus Christ, people. All these, I get a ton of messages about, especially after that Bradley Pacquiao video I made. I got a ton of messages. People are just hating on this guy. Do you guys realize how many good fighters Bradley has fought? He cleaned out 140 except for Amir Khan. He cleaned it out. And he wanted to fight Amir Khan. Amir Khan didn't want anything to do with Tim Bradley. Amir Khan would lose horribly to Tim Bradley. You think Lamont Peterson gave Amir Khan a tough fight? Put him in there with Bradley. He'll get fucking mauled. But that's beside the point. Bradley is... He is everything that everyone should want in a fighter. He's like Miguel Cotto. He fights everybody. He doesn't give a shit. He fought Devin Alexander. He fought Lamont Peterson, Junior Witter, Nate Campbell. Wanted to fight Amir Khan. Moved up, fought an undefeated Luis Abregu at 147. I think he was undefeated. Had like a super high knockout ratio. Beat him. Fought Pacquiao. Beat him. And now he's fighting Juan Manuel Marquez. What can you say bad about this guy? Oh, he got a gift decision against Pacquiao. That's not his fault. If you think it was a gift decision, even if you think that, Bradley didn't score the fight. He wasn't a judge. He just fought. So you shouldn't hate on Bradley for that. He just gave us a fight of the year against Provodnikov when I clearly think that he could have easily just outboxed that guy and won an easy decision. I don't exactly know why he put himself in that situation, but he definitely could have made that an easier fight than he did. Marquez is the same way. Marquez fights just about everybody. That's why I really am looking forward to this fight. This fight, to me, is more intriguing than a Mayweather-Canelo or a Pacquiao-Brandon Rios fight ever could be. It's a competitive fight. It's going to be a good fight. I guarantee you this. You will not be bored watching this fight. There's no way. Marquez is rarely in a boring fight. Tim Bradley's rarely in a boring fight. I mean, it's going to be some fireworks in there. What I see happening is this. I think the first round or two, Bradley may be a little cautious. I think he's going to still have a pretty high volume of punches. I see Marquez really just taking the first few rounds off like he usually does. He's a counterpuncher, guys. He doesn't come to knock your head off in the first 3 rounds. He comes to calculate you, figure out what the angles of your punches and how to defend them, and then he figures out how to counter you, and then he gets you out of there. That's what Marquez does. But again, I think the Provodnikov fight, a lot of people are putting way too much stock into that fight. Yes, Bradley fought a dumbass fight. Sure. Do you really think he's going to fight like that against Marquez? You got to be shitting yourself. The only reason he fought like that against Provodnikov is because he underestimated him. He is not going to underestimate Juan Marquez. And if he does, you know, call me an idiot. If he comes in there and tries to slug it out with Marquez, then he's going to get his ass whooped, because that's exactly what Marquez wants. I see this being a technical fight. Although Bradley will be throwing a lot of punches, it's going to be with a smart game plan. He's not just going to be winging punches. I see him trying to work Marquez to the ropes. I see him trying to use a jab liberally. I see him using a lot of body punches and body head combinations, a lot of combinations from Bradley. I see Marquez, you know, getting in some good counters here and there. He's definitely going to land some good punches. But Bradley can take it, and Marquez can take Bradley's shot. So I almost want to guarantee this fight goes 12 rounds. I don't see Bradley stopping Marquez. If anyone were to get a knockout, it would be Marquez. He has pretty good punching power, as you just saw in his last fight. No need to go into detail there. Bradley, he's a powder puff puncher, so he's not going to knock Marquez out. Yeah, guys, I mean, I really, there's not a lot to go into on this fight. It's going to be a good freaking fight. It's going to be very competitive. It's going to be fun to watch. And it's a legit fight. But I am worried that if this fight goes to the scorecards, they will job Bradley, even if he wins it clearly. Again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I don't like Bob Arum. I don't like the guy. I'll go ahead and tell you guys right now, I don't like a lot of boxing promoters. I think a lot of them are just full of shit. They're greedy. They don't give the fans what they want. And I also believe that Bob Arum was the key factor in that Mayweather-Pacquiao fight never being made. It's kind of hard to say that two fighters who are basically fighting everybody else would not want to fight each other for $50 million. They wanted to fight. Bob Arum put a stop to that, in my opinion. I wouldn't be surprised if he's cooking up something here. You know, if Marquez wins this, he'll be I think it's the first Mexican fighter to ever hold a belt in 5 different weight divisions. And if Marquez wins, they can easily sell a 5th Pacquiao fight. So if it goes to, it's going to go to the scorecards. I genuinely hope that the judges are not rigged. Now, that's not to say that Marquez can't win a decision. I'm not saying that. Like I said, this fight's very competitive. If I was leaning towards Bradley, it would be like 60-40 for Bradley. It's not a sure thing that Bradley's going to win the fight. I'm not 100% positive. I'm about 80% positive that Bradley will win the fight. I'm pretty positive, but sorry guys, I'm pretty positive he wins, but it's not a sure thing. It's not a Mayweather-Canelo where I can just go ahead and tell you Mayweather's going to whoop Canelo's ass. If Marquez wins, you know, legitimately, congratulations. I just hope, and mark my words, this could happen, that if it is a close fight, but Bradley wins it, I'm saying, like, if it's 8-4 and Bradley clearly wins the fight and they job him, I'm going to be pissed, because Bradley has been shat on so much throughout his career. He does not deserve to get shat on again. And Marquez, you can say he's been shat on too by Pacquiao, but, you know, this is a different thing. So, let me know what you guys think. I don't really know what's on the undercard of this fight. I don't even know if it's a good undercard, so, you know, leave a comment in the comment section and tell me if there's any good fights on the undercard. I'll do a prediction real quick for those, but other than that, let me know what you guys think. I'm about to be at school, so peace.